I'm Shivani Singh. They say in war, the first casualty is truth. But in 2026, the second casualty might be the traditional financial system. Over the weekend, as US Special Forces completed the high-stakes capture of Nicolás Maduro, the headlines focused on the end of a regime. But now, we are looking at something else entirely. A shadow reserve of 600,000 bitcoins. If the rumors are true, Venezuela isn't just an oil state anymore. It's one of the largest whales in the history of cryptocurrency. While Maduro sits in a Manhattan detention center, a $60 billion digital fortune is floating in the ether, and everyone from the Pentagon to the Wall Street is trying to find the keys. Let's break down the ultimate exit scam. How does a sanctioned, collapsing economy build a $60 billion war chest? Intelligence reports, including the bombshell whale hunt report, suggest that the regime began a gold for Bitcoin operation back in 2018. They had reportedly taken physical gold from the Orinoco mining arc, flew it to secret hubs and swapped it for Bitcoin when the price was as low as $5,000. But that was just the start. As US sanctions tightened, Maduro's state oil company PDVSA allegedly demanded payments in Tether, the stable coin known as USDD. Those billions were then washed into a Bitcoin to prevent them from being frozen. It wasn't just survival. It was a sophisticated state-level move to move the country's wealth into a ledger that Washington couldn't touch. Until now. The man behind the curtain, allegedly Alex Saab. Reports suggest that Saab, the regime's money man, was the architect of this crypto infrastructure. But here is a multi-billion-dollar question. Who has the private keys? A Bitcoin wallet is only as good as its password. If the US has captured the man, do they have the code? Now, blockchain analysts are tracking thousands of sleeping wallets linked to the Venezuelan state. If these keys aren't surrendered, $60 billion worth of Bitcoin could be lost forever or be held as a nuclear option by remnants of the regime. Now, it's a game of high-stakes digital chicken played out 90 minutes from our shores. The markets are already reacting. Bitcoin has surged past $94,000 as investors digest the implications. Why? Because of something called a supply shock. Think back to 2024, when the German state of Saxony sold 50,000 Bitcoins and sent the market into a tailspin. Maduro's stash is 12 times that size. Now, if the US seizes these coins and freezes them in a decade-long legal battle, they are effectively removed from circulation. That makes Bitcoin scarcer and ironically more valuable. We are looking at a scenario where the fall of a dictator could trigger the biggest bull run in crypto history, simply by locking up 3% of the world's total Bitcoin supply. But here is a political twist. President Trump has already hinted that the US is in charge of Venezuela's assets. Some within the administration are reportedly pushing to move these seized coins into a US strategic Bitcoin reserve. It would be a masterstroke of financial alchemy, using a captured dictator's secret stash to pay down the American national debt without spending a single taxpayer dollar. Critics, however, call it digital piracy. The global south is already watching closely, asking if America first now means your Bitcoin is ours. So here is a reality check. Maduro may be behind bars, but his digital ghost is haunting the markets. Can a nation state truly disappear its wealth into blockchain? And what happens when the President of Peace becomes the world's biggest Bitcoin holder overnight? Thanks for watching.
For more such videos, subscribe to the Newsx YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.